uppercut, uppercut, sonic boom! Well, hello there, humans of his earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, if you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it too. Welcome back to the channel, I'm Bushka, and today I'm going to run through some stuff in this guide for noobs, which is going to be a little bit different to the normal run. We've had a chat about tactics, we've had a chat about attitude, we've talked about different things you can be doing to succeed in terms of your gunfighting. Let's go now into the loadout I've got. I'm running Tommy gun and DP28. And this is a little bit of an odd loadout. The Tommy gun is pretty much CQC only, and the DP28 is a little bit of an all-rounder, but it has recently been nerfed. I've got a video on the DP28 coming out, so I don't want to spoil that by going through all the stats, the numbers, and the such, but this is not a loadout I'd normally run. One of the reasons for that is oh, this is great. I don't know why this guy comes out. Mr. Ouija just fires a gun a couple of times to see if there's anyone left alive over there who's, oh, hello. That is an aggressive person there. There's no bots on Mirror Island. This event has no bots in it. So the idea that he was going to come out to get the bot is bamboozling at best. But good work. Bot calling. Wonderful stuff. This is one of the great things about this gun and this loadout is you have so much automatic weapon potential. The DP28 has 47 rounds in it. The Tommy gun has 50 rounds with an extended SMG mag. That means you can pop out 97 rounds in one sitting. This is a mistake though, I haven't reloaded. How am I going to push this? This is really, I got very lucky here. I've got an empty DP28 and 8 rounds in the Tommy gun. And I get him with a headshot on the last round. That was a big error. It's one of the reasons why you've got to be careful when running loadouts like this, because the DP28's reload is so long that if you're in a gunfight and you have to reload the DP28, you're probably going to struggle. A quick tactical tip here, I'm going to go one side, we're getting pinned, Mr. Ouija goes the other, and he is forced to decide whether he's going to push Ouija or push me, and Ouija got him just as he came over to this side of the map to actually clear me out. Why have I switched? Well, this is the Mark 14. Now, the big tip in this video is you have to know your weapon stats. This is kind of a funny loadout because it's almost overkill. The Mark 14 is the best CQC weapon in the game, in my opinion. That's close quarters combat. Also, kudos to this guy. He stole our car. I was chuffed when he did this. This is excellent. Excellent work by him. And this poor grub then got to substitute him by pushing in. And Ouija and I are loaded to the eyeballs. That's 2 Mark 14s in a duo that's about 10 feet apart. That's the most overkill for one single guy you will ever see in PUBG Mobile. But how about that bloke who just decided that they're pushing me with marks? He could hear us pre-firing. I'm leaving. And he just left the building. Really, really impressive. I love it when people do stuff like that. So this is kind of overkill though, because the Mark 14 reloads in 1.8 seconds. And you don't really need a lot more than 1.8 seconds in a gunfight. You can generally manufacture that. And if you've got a partner with you, then you can absolutely manufacture that. And you'll see I'm not switching to the DP28 now because the Mark 14 is not only the best CQC weapon in the game, it's the best DMR in the game. You can tap fire with the Mark 14 and it has the highest base damage of any designated marksman rifle in PUBG Mobile, i.e. 60. This means that it's kind of pointless taking a Mark 14 and a DP28 because what the DP28 does is very clearly doubled by what the Mark 14 does. And there goes our mate who is pushing along the bridge and has left and has run into someone over there. And we're now like, we'll take this engagement. What I really like about this situation here is how quickly and clearly we recognize that this is a terrible place to be. It's not about the gunfight you're in. PUBG Mobile is all about the potential for disaster. Our backside here, our southern section, our left flank, our right flank is all completely up in the air. There is nothing stopping us. So we jump in the car and we just flat out leave. this should be very, very clear. If you don't have any cover and you are only covered from one direction and you are not like on the back side of the circle where the blue is directly behind you, then you're asking to come second if you continue holding that spot. It only takes one person. Now I'm going to fast forward this through to the very end of the match. We basically got stuck in a situation, I believe this is duos, and duos is an interesting one because in duos, people tend to be far more conservative in their playstyle. And that means that you can get in these situations at the end where really being in the right space is more important. There are people directly across from us in the octagon. There are people directly across from us in the squad house there, and we are not inside the circle. You can see everyone is holding this angle. Ouija gets a knock, but prosecuting that knock and being successful with it is going to be incredibly difficult. Even grenading is going to be tough to get over there because you can't bounce it down the hill. There's a rock face in front of it. And again, you can see how concerned I am with my flank here. I want to cross, but I don't have a lot of good options. And Ouija and I are both of one mind that we're not going to get the next circle. So if we don't cross now, we may not get an opportunity to cross without being swimming, you know, in front of a squad that's just sitting on the shoreline. So when we go, when you're doing this, your heart's in your mouth, and you've got to stay low. You've got to stay right under. Even if it means taking a little bit of damage, you stay in the water. It's really important. Ouija's knock has gone down, so we know that this guy can't move because he's obviously there's someone with an angle over him. He finally gets out of the and he's right above us, and this is difficult. Getting up here is very, very difficult. I'm trying to get onto that, and we're finally up, and this is why you always take a Mark 14. In this situation, the Mark 14 is the king. Like this is why you have it. For the 10 feet away, everyone's desperately trying to do stuff. Look at how fast it clears a target. And now it's a 2v2. I make a lot of mistakes in this 2v2. I'm going to point them out to you. They are in the back wall there of the little cube, the compound over there. We just get a great spot underneath that ridgeline, and they're throwing grenades, and they're throwing them well. This is mirror mode, so they can purchase grenades while they sit there, which means we're going to cop a lot of grenades. That's why I'm not actually going inside that octagon. You can see that the windows get blown out there, because if I go inside, I can eat one. Whereas if I keep the door there, it's going to land really, really close to my right-hand side to clear me. What I should have been doing here is buying grenades and spamming them back into that back corner. There is nowhere else for them to go, and Mr. Ouija has got them penned. If I had been spamming grenades 20 seconds ago, we probably would have won this match without any qualms at all. That's a good green, but it's not quite far enough there. They've gone back up top, and they now have an angle from the window so that they can look if I stand up to throw a grenade, and I've missed my opportunity where they were both on that corner. Now we've left it in the hands of the circle. I should have been spamming Grens this whole time, and I finally realized, hey, I can buy some Grens. Which is like, welcome to a minute ago, you absolute idiot. We just got such a good spot there. They have to be in that corner. If only I had a grenade. Well, hey, hang on. I do have a grenade. All I got to do is press the 7 on the mini-map and buy myself some more grenades. Yeah, sometimes you look at these videos and you get so frustrated that you're not thinking things through perfectly. But at the same time, my main focus right now is making sure if they try and cross to Ouija, that I actually kill them as they're crossing. And because of that, I missed that opportunity to absolutely devour them. Like, they're now outside that circle, or they're just about to jump outside that circle. They've got smokes out, and they're no longer in that corner. I'm not sure of it, but I suspect it, so I still bomb the corner, but yeah, they're not there. They're inside the smoke now, which is a bugger. And Ouija's holding down there. I'm still bombing the corner in the faint hope that they are there, but they are not there. You'll also note that I'm placing a shield down a hill. This is only an event thing. You can only place a shield along the grain of the hill, not across it. And that means you've got this tiny bit of cover. It's still super important cover. And I think this is probably a fair assessment. It's come down to a 2v2 in an open circle. So we get one knock, and then we use the shield for cover. Just jiggling back and forth, and the Mark 14 does its work. Really, really fun stuff. Now, I do want to point something out here. That's duos. The level and the standard of play in duos is off the charts hard because people don't play it a lot. Some people will play it to get Conqueror because it's a smaller queue. And Platinum 3, Platinum 3 for me feels like playing ace squads. And I played ace squads for a long time. That's, again, another game where we're very close together. 1500 damage, 100 for Ouija, 99.7 for me. Because duos is played by friends and people who play together all the time, you end up with the most intense fights where there is a lot of teamwork and it is very, very hard to get across the line. And I really respect that about the duos queue. I would add that if anyone is looking for a way to get better at the game in terms of intensity, duos is intense. It's slow, it's conservative, it's a grind, people are sneaky, you will not get the same free-flowing gameplay you get on a squad's hot drop, but at the same time it will teach you a lot about PUBG Mobile. I'm Bushka, thank you very, very much for watching. Look after yourself, stay safe in the battlefield, and enjoy the holiday season. Until next time, bye for now.